Okay, so this is a lesson on basically how to play fast. Now, I've had to go through a lot of trial and error and a lot of reset of technique. I went to university and I need a complete technique reset. Thanks to my teacher Andrew Zielinski from Goldsmiths, who was my piano teacher, and he taught me a lot of things about technique and what I needed to make sure that I fix in order to play fluently, and also not have any issues with sort of injury or anything like that. So these are kind of going to be three. There are many tips, and these tips are kind of interchangeable and they kind of cross over. But these are kind of the three main things which I followed to improve my technical ability on the piano. Okay, so tip number one is making sure your fingers are close to the keys. That's kind of, for me, number one thing that I've learned. If your fingers aren't close to the keys, you aren't able to play fast, because the distance of which each finger has to travel is a lot more. So you end up wasting time and wasting energy, if you like. So if I'm playing a C, there's no reason for me to be up here and go all the way down. Same with this D, E. There's no reason to do that, because one, again, the distance between from the finger to pressing down the key is a lot greater, but also it decreases your accuracy. If your finger is always touching the key, it's like 99.9% chance you're going to hit the key right. Whereas if your finger's in the air, it can go here, it can go here, it can go here, it can go anywhere. So you need to make sure your fingers are close to the keys, and that way you get a lot more speed as well. Tip number two: don't flex your fingers. What I mean by don't flex is, if you press a key and you're a beginner, most likely your fingers are going to do that. You see that? They're flexing like this. That's bad. That's bad. Because what you're doing is you're creating tension, unnecessary tension, and you're making your fingers tense, and you're tensing up muscles that don't need to be tensed up. So what will happen is you'll play the key, and what's happening is you're tensing up and the energy is coming outwards, and the energy is basically around your hand, and the energy is being spread out and being compensated for not being played properly, if you like. I just thought that on the spot, actually. That's quite a good analogy. If you think about it, you're playing the key and your energy is coming all the way up your shoulder, up your arm, up your fingers. If you're a beginner and you try it, you'll notice that you may feel tense in other places, not just the fingers, but also the hand and everywhere else. So to stop it, all you need to do is press the key you're pressing. Just like that. Because what's happening is your brain is thinking, oh, all I need to do is press this down. Okay. But when you flex your fingers, your brain's like, all right, cool. So I've got this finger down, but I'm flexing these fingers, and then I've got tense muscles here, and then all this is being all of that is happening at once, and your brain is comprehending all of that. And what's going to happen is, if you keep doing it over and over again, it's going to become a habit, and it's going to be hard to undo. And I found that when I went to university, and I tried to sort that out, and it was a lot harder to sort out because I didn't have that proper training or that proper technique. But my lessons aren't by any means replacing a teacher. If you feel like you need to get a teacher, get one. They can tell you in real time what you need to do, and then they're over you, watching you, and giving you real time advice, which is great. So don't flex. And that also is saying, when you're flexing, don't move your shoulder either. Don't flex your shoulder outwards, because what will happen is what I've seen a lot of students do, or a lot of people playing the piano do, is they'll play, and when they get to a crossover, their elbow will go out like this, like a chicken wing, like this, which is bad, because then it's extra energy that doesn't need to be used, like this. No need for that. Just play the key, and honestly, do this as slowly as you can. Watch your fingers, play the key down. If anything flexes, you got to say to yourself, okay, right, let me try again. Oh, only a little bit there, okay. Okay, I finally got it now. Next one. Okay, cool, next one. Okay, next one. Thumb under. Oh, I flexed there, so what I need to do is I need to make sure that when I come under, I'm not flexing anything. Next one. So, yeah, don't flex. Third tip is wrist position. Making sure that your wrist is, my wrist is always level to the keys. Now, if you look at piano players like Horowitz, for example, his fingers are always like this. I don't know how he does it, but he does it and he plays absolutely fine. But I think that's because he's got long fingers, so, you know, but as a general rule, for normal, you know, sort of mere civilians like us, you know, I like to have my wrists level. Because having your wrist like this, for me, is uncomfortable because my wrist is not free enough. So if I want to play really fast, I can't. It's impossible for me to do so. Same thing, if my wrist is too high, then it's creating this kind of weird angle that is causing stiffness. Whereas if your wrist is level and free, which you need a lot of free rotation, and if I need to play anything that's like this, for example, my wrist, I'm not doing this, but my wrist, see my wrist is moving, not my arm, my wrist. My arm is moving a little bit, but it's not doing this. So wrist movement and wrist freedom is very important. I like to make sure my wrist is level like this. Very quick video. I hope that helped. As usual, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.